Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
Shri KAILASA Vadashanda Shyamala Pidharuda Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Vinna Swarupa Parashiva Putra Ratna Kumara Guru Manya Tulyavadara Shri Parvati Stankyamana Labda Divya Jnana Vishruta Sakala Nigamagama Sarabhuta Dravida Veda Pravartaka Shrivan Paramariva Karuna Satigata Muktamaya Saturashrayana Diyamana Chatra Chavana Shri Chinna Kahalati Samasta Viratavalyarandita Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti Sarvajana Sangha Satyojata Nirvana Diksha Vyapavarga Shrimuta Paramatagala Veda Keshari Shaiva Siddhanta Stavanacharya Shri Rajadhiraja Pandya Maharaja Guru Shabana Shakyari Mahatakara Nirvana Jnana Vanu Dikshanarharha Vajochedana Purvaka Rishabhadvajastapaka Shaiva Samaya Kartru Sarvanya Pidharuda Shri Jagatguru Shri Mahasannidhanam Swami Vagisha Sundara Manikya Vachaka Swamina Avatara Bhuta Shri Jnana Sambandha Swami Punarudrika Shyamala Pita Mahasamsthana Jnana Samrajya Shasaka Sarvanya Pidharuda Trinavatyuddhara Vashadatama Guru Mahasannidhana Mahanirvani Pidhasya Ashtottara Sahasra Shri Mahamandaleshwara Adala Pidhasya Ashtottara Sahasratama Shri Adala Pidhadishwara Shriman Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Varya Satchidananda Pranava Swarupa Shrotriya Brahmanishta Nityotsava Nitya Mangala Nitya Kalyana Nitya Rajita Nityananda Pidha Mahasamsthana Mahasinghasana Pidha Kartir Jagatguru Bhagavan Shri Shri Paramahamsa Nithyananda Shri Jnana Sambandha Desika Paramacharya Swami Parak Parak Parak
राजाधिराजाय प्रशक्यशाये नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे नमे कामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः
சனடி போற்றி சிவன் சேவடி போற்றி நேயத்தே நின்றறிமலனடி போற்றி மாயப்பிறப்பருக்கும் மன்னனடி போற்றி சிறார் பெருந்துரையிடம் தேவனடி போற்றி ஆராத இன்பம் அருளும் மலை போற்றி ஈசனே சிந்தை கவல வந்தனேசனே நீ வருவாய் பூவோடு கனிகளை கொண்டு உன்னை பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய் கலி என்னும் கடலினில் மூழ்கிட்டேயும் இனி கலந்து காத்து கருணையை பொய்கையில் அலர்ந்திட்ட அலவத்மம் போல உன் திருவடியில் வாழ்ந்திட வாராய் அருணாச்சலனே நீ வாராய் அகண்ட ஜோதியனே வாராய் அல்லல் நீக்கிடவே வாராய் அகிலம் போற்றுகின்ற ஈசனே சிந்தை கவர்ந்த நேசனே நீ வருவாய் அன்போடு கனிகளை கொண்டு பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய். மெய்யினில் வில்வமும் நிறையாக்கனில் முடியோடு தரிசனம் அருளவா. செம்பொன் மாட சிற்றவை தனிலே இதை கவர்ந்த உன்னை சிக்கன பிடித்தேனே வந்தும் புகழ்.
நித்யானந்தேஸ்வர பரமசிவசமாரம்பாம் நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி பராசக்திமத்யமாம் அஸ்மதாச்சார்யபர்யந்தாம் வந்தே குருபரம்பராம். I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, Srimahans, Mahants, Tanedar, Kotari, visitors, viewers, sitting with us all over the world through Nithyananda TV, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Enlighten app, KAILASA TV, Hinduism Now TV, Twitter, two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Paramashiva's message from Sri KAILASA. In one line, Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. Knowledge about the cosmos makes us experience one with the cosmos. Brahmavit. I am translating the word Brahma as a cosmos, even though it is a smaller than the original principle shown by the word Brahma. Understand? The principle shown by the word Brahma is the whole. Everything exists. Everything. I am just using the word cosmos to translate the principle. Anyone knows the Brahman, the cosmos, becomes one with it. Listen intensely now. Knowledge about the cosmos is absolutely mandatory and useful. Understand that. Mandatory and useful. you need to know, you really need to know this basic understandings about life. First thing, today whatever I am going to reveal is too important for your life. If you are feeling little sleepy, tired and all that, if needed, go and pick up your cup of coffee, tea. It's okay. Have a cup of coffee, cup of tea, pick up your hot chocolate. You can come and sit with your coffee, tea, hot chocolate in the satsang. Nothing wrong. I'm cool about it. And I also wanted to inform now itself, all the ashrams and sarvanya pitas should have coffee, hot chocolate, tea vending machine freely. Make it available in our satsang hall. Only if some country does not allow it legally, don't. If it is legally allowed in all our satsang halls all over the world. I do not know whether law permits in USA and Canada. If law permits, allow, get it. There should be free, cost-free vending machine established in all our ashrams, satsang halls for tea, coffee and hot chocolate. And pure vegan, non-violent milk should be used. Okay. Now if you need, please pick and come and sit, because the purpose of this session is you listening to the truth, like how Prahlada listened from the womb of his mother. Understand one thing, listen carefully. When I am talking about cosmos, you may not believe, who knows all this is true, he is just blabbering, whatever. How do I know? Till I experience all this has no meaning for me. All this self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, all that will be there. Don't worry. It is like listen to this example. I am describing how Kashi looks. Oh, it is shining. Tall temples, beautiful arches, amazing stonework, tall embankments and huge gods, kilometer lengths of gods. Varanasi is something great. You may say, who knows all these things? He may be just telling stories. But for some reason, you are lost in Varanasi. Some reason you just landed there and you are lost in Varanasi. Then suddenly all this you heard from me can come up in your memory and say, yes, hey, Swamiji said there will be one god called Dasaswamedha God. From there, if you start walking, Vishwanath temple will be there. Yes, yes, yes. I remember him telling, let's go and have darshan. Same way, one day you are going to be left in cosmos after you leave the body. That time, whatever you heard from me now will come up. It will just pop up and guide you. Like how Prahlada, whatever Prahlada heard from Narada, sitting in his mother's womb. When he came out, when he assumed the body, when he started growing, every situation Prahlada faced, he had a solution which he received from Narada. He had a solution which he received from Narada in the womb. And beautifully, he was able to navigate his life and win the whole thing. Understand, you need to really understand. knowledge about the cosmos is not necessarily demands your faith or belief. It only demands your integrated listening. For example, I am telling you, when you leave the body, the space where the life is happening to you, what we call jiva, chit, that will start moving, getting pulled, gravitated based on the kind of the vibration and thought current you cherish about the future. Understand, this is a very important statement I am making. It is not about how you lived the past. It is about how you want your future. That is too important information, fact you need to know. For example, you lived 90 years. And all the 90 years you did everything dirty, stupid. Suddenly, fortunately, just before the leaving the body, something clicks in you and you decide absolutely bright, right, pure, liberated future. And after you decided to live that liberated future, for some reason you did not continue to live for many days with the body, but you left the body. What you planned for your future, that will be the force gravitating you towards it. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Your taste for your future is the gravitating force to which you will reach. For example, throughout the 90 years of the life, you lived a very culinary, demonic life. But fortunately, some reason, somebody, a Guru's grace or God's grace or your Purva Punya, some reason, just few days before death, you realize this whole culinary, this demonic, rakshasic mentality is not helping you, working for you. You need to start absolutely fresh, very integrated, principled and enlightened lifestyle. And for some reason you did not live for a long time after you made the decision. But the decision you made will be the future plan you have. How you want your future will be the gravitating force. Not how you lived the past. Listen to this very carefully. That is why I am saying past has influence over your future only if you are consciously choosing the same taste, or not choosing anything and lazily lying down. Even if you are lazy, the past will automatically repeat because of its very own heaviness on your inner space, chit. So listen. One conscious decision has so much power. I want you to know, one conscious decision has so much power. Especially the weight of the past sits on your muscle memory. Power of decision is in your biomemory. So, when you leave the body, the weight of the past drastically reduces. You can just take off. Especially if you heard all these truths when you are in the body. Now itself, if you heard all this and gets inside your system, I'll tell you very point blank, the truth. Nothing exists other than Shiva, the existence, auspicious, iruppu, chit, Shiva. Now, when I uttered this word Shiva, the vibration you experience, that source, actually that vibration came from the very source which exists. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Shiva, 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 Shiva. If you need, record it in your mobile phone, keep it as a ringtone. Shiva, 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 Shiva. That source of this vibration, only that exists. And if you start liking this vibration, liking the source of this vibration, which is auspiciously present forever, auspiciously present forever, only that exists. Out of that only you make your body, like how the clay toy you make. If you have done any doll or toy or Ganapati with clay, how you make the clay and take the clay and make whatever you want. Like that, that Shiva, you take that Shiva and start making whatever you want. Just like a Leela. One thing I want you to know deeply, you have extraordinary willpower and energy than you can imagine. Listen. Extraordinary power than you can imagine. All the impossibility, suffering, suffocation, self-torture, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. Oh, I can't do this. How can I do this? Swami, morning itself he started telling that I have too much power. Now at least I was little peaceful. Now knowing that I have too much power and I am not able to manifest, I have a guilt also. My life is getting more complicated with all this HDHD. You may have all this confusion. My responsibility is telling the truth as it is to you. That's it. I am telling you, listen. All this SDHD, frustration, guilt, all of them will lose power over you when you decide consciously declaring, because consciousness is from the plane of bioenergy. All patterns operate only in the plane of muscle memory. Listen carefully. Muscle memory is one plane. Biomemory is second plane. Bioenergy is third plane. Muscle memory is lowest. Biomemory is next, higher. Bioenergy is highest. Conscious decision is from bioenergy. All your patterns, SDHT. Yesterday I was shown the message from some people in the Facebook saying, oh, we have too many SDHT. One day we feel good. One day we attend Satsangh. We feel awakened, alive, eternally fresh. Next day again, after one fight with my boss or family, I collapse. And all these mood swings, understand, all this is the lowest level. Muscle memory. When you leave the body, muscle memories don't come with you. That is a good news, greatest news. Only the biomemory and bioenergy comes with you. And the future decisions, your taste for future life only stays in biomemory. Bioenergy does not carry any pattern. It's a pure consciousness. Biomemory is like a living first response mechanism for life. That functions based on your decisions about future, not how you lived about past. That is why I am saying, if you decide now to have Sivadiksha, Kailasa is guaranteed. Forget about the past. Past, whatever you have done. Nothing matters consciously. I am not saying do all the crimes. No. I am not approving you to do the crimes. All I am trying to tell you is cosmos responds to your life based on your decision for future. Based on your decision for future, you get gravitated, pulled. You might have lived hell life for 90 years, but the last minute you decide you are going to live a highly enlightened life. Then immediately you are pulled towards Kailasa, not towards Naraka. No. You need to know the logic of the cosmos. Cosmos does not function in binary logic. It functions in multidimensional logic. In multidimensional logic, your conscious decision for your future is your freedom, and your conscious decision for your future makes your whole past irrelevant. Karmas get burnt just by cognizing Paramashiva is real and vibrating even once with his name Shiva. 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 Dvadashanta, the space from which Paramashiva is ruling and running the whole universe. The source. It is described in various agamas in various ways, but You just remember that where Paramashiva resides and operates in the universe. I tell you honestly, simple truth, in all of you, you have Dvadashanta. Iruppu, existence of Shiva. There was a Swami called Jata Swami in Tiruvannamalai. He had Jata, long Jata. I asked him, he used to be in silence. I asked him, why you grew long Jata? His guru gave him instruction. This Jata should be 12 inch taller than the head. And he should always meditate on the top of the Jata Paramashiva is sitting. Later on I came to know that one Agama describes this as a technique. That is why I want all my sannyasis and sannyasinis, when you tie your Jata, it should stand 12 inch above your head. So 81 Jata, as thick and long as possible you should have. When you tie, it should be 12 inch from your head. From your skull, 12 inch tall. And you should always meditate that Paramashiva is sitting on that and gracing you and guiding you continuously. This is one of the description of Dvadashanta. Of course, there are multiple descriptions. You can also feel that Ananda Gandha is Dvadashanta inside you, below the heart, above the navel. That Ananda Gandha, where everything merges, that is Dvadashanta, and Paramashiva is residing. You can meditate in that way also. Any one cognition is okay. Even third eye can be considered as Dvadashanta, and you can visualize Paramashiva on third eye also. But for all my sannyasis, I will strongly recommend this technique I received from Jada Swami. Because you sannyasis are already having Jata. You just need to make it thicker and longer. 81 number. It should be as thick as possible and as long as possible. So when you tie, it stands 1 feet, 12 inch height. And also, he told me one more thing. With this Jata weight, if I can levitate, then I know I have mastered the pranayama, kumbhaka. That's the reason I am keeping this Jata. So you guys also should have this heavy Jata and tie. With that Jata, if your body enters into levitation, your Kundalini awakening is perfect, absolute. It is like a checking method. It's like a very powerful mechanism to check whether the Kundalini awakening is real or you are just trying to shake and do some drama, dandanakadam. So all my brahmacharis, sannyasis, sannyasinis, kailasavasis should have 81 Jata. Not the kids. Kids I think will not be able to carry. Once you are major, above 18, all my adult brahmacharis, brahmacharinis, sannyasis, sannyasinis, adhinavasis, everyone, adults should have 81 Jata, thick as possible, as long as possible, as much as you can carry. You tie it and keep it up. It should look at least 12 inch above the head. And sit in that and cognize that Paramashiva is sitting on the top of the Jata, Dvadashanta, and constantly gracing and guiding you with 25 heads and 50 hands and 75 eyes, Parashakti Manonmani in his lap, beautifully. Listen to this. I have so many things to describe about this cosmos. If you just listen, that is enough. Because when you leave the body, all the struggles you have to cognize these truths, those struggles will disappear. See, when you leave the body, 99% of your enemies will not be there. So you will have this knowledge. Simply you can get enlightened and reach KAILASA. That is why I am saying, when you are healthy, young, you should listen to the great truths of cosmos, KAILASA, Paramashivoham Jnana. The whole Satsangh I think I started at the age of, I don't even know, because I remember the age of 3 or 4, me giving Ramayana Satsangs. If you talk to I think Bhaktika can reach out to the Purvashram uncles. Still I remember my mother's 2 brothers, they recorded a cassette when I was 3 or 4, my satsangs on Ramayana. The temple, they will take me to temple. Those days, elderly women called Geeta Kokilam, she will come and do Ramayana Pravachanam, and Selva Ganapati will do Periya Puranam, and my own guru, Panduranganar, he will do all these Saiva Siddhantam related. And another one important person, I was waiting to name him, is one of the important person contributed to my life, enriched my life. If I don't mention him, it will be really a big droha that I should never do Guru droha, I should never do Acharya droha. His name is Tandavarayan. He was an advocate in Thiruvannamalai, and my relative also, Purvashram relative also. His contribution is extraordinary in my life. I should acknowledge his contribution. It is not that he supported me because he is my relative. He saw I am a great potential for keeping all these yogic sciences alive. He was a great yogi, close friend of Raghupati Yogi. He was literally funding Raghupati Yogi for all Raghupati Yogi's projects. He himself being a lawyer, well-educated man, and Bhaktika should do research and collect all the material. I think his family is still there in Thiruvannamalai. I don't know whether he himself, Tandavarayan himself, is alive. Sri P. Tandavarayan, I still remember. Not only he funded Raghupati Yogi to groom me and help me, he used to do a lot of physical support. Like Raghupati Yogi will ask for various books, herbs. He will collect all those books, all that intellectual type work he will do. All the herbs, my grandfather will tell the local villagers. See, my grandfather had a huge network of something like 2,000 agriculture farmers who had access to hills, forests. So any herb Raghupati Yogi or Kuppamal need, first thing they will do is they will tell Narayana Swami Tata. And he will tell which area it is available. He himself had people who procure. Apart from that, if he was not able to, then he will tell my grandfather. He will send the agriculturists, farmers, and get the aushadas, the herbs needed to train me or build my body and whatever needed to be done for teaching spiritual sciences. Or because aushadas are used for multiple purposes. One for detoxing, another one for health, bringing health and curing diseases, and above all, awakening bring your system to certain level of consciousness, where from that consciousness you can jump into enlightenment and manifest state, space, powers. So Aushadas are used even to make you manifest powers. So for multiple reasons, Aushadas were used, herbs were used, and this Tandavarayan is one of the very important person, contributed a lot in my life. He himself used to teach me, and he used to get books, he used to fund my guru, Uppammal and Raghupati Yogi both. And he also used to fund Panduranganar. Like whenever Panduranganar wants to buy me books and everything, he used to fund Panduranganar. He was head of the Seshadri Swamigal Ashram. His whole life was dedicated for enlightenment and spiritual science, and he himself is a very highly evolved seeker. Has contributed a lot to my life. Anyhow, listen. I'll just tell all the truths, then after that explain. Even mere knowledge and listening about the cosmic principles makes all of it recorded inside your system. So even if it does not become experience now, when you leave the body, because of SDHD, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial dies, you do not have anybody to oppose and harass and deny the usage of the knowledge. You can just retrieve this knowledge and use and reach Kailasa. And all the cosmic truths and principles have a golden shining self effulgence, the supernal effulgence. Maybe at some time we will be able to prove it scientifically. Whenever you get the powerful cognitions and it clicks, the supernal effulgence gives like an intense shock, awakening in your whole system. That is like a spiritual life energy being pumped into your system. Kundalini Shakti. So let me tell you, the 11 dimension and 14 lokas, planes, exists. And if you meditate on Paramashiva as Dvatashanta, means residing in the Dvatashanta, who appears as your own guru and enlightens you and guides you towards Paramashiva, even if you cognize this as a truth, that is enough. When you leave the body, you will get just pulled towards that Dvatashanta, that Paramashiva's residence, residing space. Because your decision about the future decides the course of action, not the weight of the past. If you don't decide, then the weight of the past decides. If you consciously decide, weight of the past does not decide. God, I have too many things coming out. I feel like If I tell all this, a common man will not be able to understand. That is why Yama says this knowledge, if it is given to disqualified people, the teacher is tortured by the disqualified people. Now only I understand. I think this is abusers only Yama is talking about. But I have to reveal all the truth. So with the grace of Paramashiva, and Kalabhairava is protecting me, with the grace of Paramashiva, and because of protection of Kalabhairava, I will reveal. And Paramashiva is protecting me and Kalabhairava is protecting me. Because they are protecting me, nobody can torture. Listen to this truth. See, fundamentally society does not like you live an awakened life. It is like a mass dullening, continuous effort system is called civilization. Mass dullening, dampening system. Human society works as much as possible to make you dumb. Because even they do not know why they are dumb. For example, see, any violence happens in your area, you need to know so that you are keeping yourself safe and protected. But you are educated to know all the violence happened all over the world, even in the past, in the names of wars. Why? No need. We should actually know all the great things our elders have done. Big buildings our elders built. Amazing contributions our elders did. The best dedication, devotion, sacrifice they all did for us to have what we are having as a planet Earth now. But what we study as a history, all the wars we fought, our elders fought, all the killings our elders have done, wrong concept of history is being taught. Then you also are made to believe killing is okay, violence is okay. No, violence not okay. Any form of violence is not okay. Yesterday and today is the very sweet festival in Hindu tradition. We worship all the pet animals, not just love, we worship. It's actually not just cows and bulls alone, all pet animals. I have seen my guru, Raghupati Yogi, worshipping his pet dog and my pet Mani, that my grandmother's pet actually. She used to take care. This fellow used to work for me, but all the care taken care by my grandmother, because I myself was taken care by my grandmother. So it's like my grandmother had two grandsons, me and that Mani, both. She will take care of both, and very good guy. This fellow is such highly disciplined and sensitive to temple and religious traditions. He will never put his mouth, or he will never come near the Nevedyams. Food need to be offered to the deities, like that very intelligent guy. Okay. Listen. Human beings need to be taught more and more the power of their consciousness. Unfortunately, still science is yet to catch even the principle of consciousness And unfortunately, still the huge section of humanity believes we don't have anything consciousness, we are just body and mind. I don't know when the humanity is going to catch up with the reality. How can you deny something which exists and which only exists? ஐயோ, என்னடா சொல்லி தொலைப்பேன் இவனுங்களுக்கு. என்ன சொன்னாலும் இந்த மண்டைகளுக்கு ஏறவும் மாட்டேங்குது, புரியவும் மாட்டேங்குது. எதையாவது திருச்சி விட்டு எதையாவது சொல்லி சத்தியத்திலிருந்து மக்களுடைய கவனத்தை திசை திருப்ப சத்தியத்தை சொல்பவர்கள், அதை உலகிற்கு அறிவுறுத்துபவர்கள் மீது ஏதாவது ஒரு தாக்குதலை செய்து கொண்டு மக்கள் மனம் சத்தியத்தை சொல்லுகின்ற ஞானிகள் அவதார புருஷர்கள் மேல் பதியாமல் பார்த்து கொள்ளுகின்ற ராட்சச கும்பல். I'll translate what I told in Tamil. See, whoever is revealing these great truths to the humanity, somehow these fellows these demons and rakshasas does not want humanity to know this great truth that you are actually consciousness. See, the space in which life and reality happens to you, where you experience, that is actually consciousness. Neither you are taught this truth, and even if somebody teaches you this truth, they make that person look illegitimate. They make that person's existence illegitimate. The demons and rakshasas, they make people doubt that person, that guru, incarnation who teaches you this truth. And almost 99% of the human population is kept away from this reality. Even if 10% of the humanity understands this great truth that you are consciousness, that's all. Wherever the life is happening to you, that space where the life is happening to you, that you are perceiving life, you are experiencing life, that is consciousness. That cannot be destroyed, that cannot be taken away. And if that fundamental understandings, just that Sankhya Yoga, whatever Krishna has revealed in Sankhya Yoga, the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and there is a beautiful book called Sivajnana Bodham. In Sivajnana Bodham, just 12 sutra. Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter and Sivajnana Bodham 12 sutra. Sivajnana Bodham, Paramashiva is given in both language. In Rauravagama, he gave in Sanskrit, and he directly taught in original Tamil itself to Nandi, and Nandi taught to Megandar, and Megandar revealed it to the whole world. There are some books where the same principle Paramashiva has spoken in Sanskrit and Tamil both. Like how I give the morning Tamil Satsangh and morning English Satsangh and evening Tamil Satsangh. The same ideas. Morning I speak in English and evening I speak in Tamil. Same way Paramashiva has given few books, few scriptures directly in English in Sanskrit and in Tamil both. Oneness Sarvajnanotragama, he himself gave the original Moola Sloka itself in Sanskrit and in Tamil, both to Subramanya. And this Sivajnana Bodham, in Rauravagama, he gives in Sanskrit, and to Nandi he gives in Tamil, and Nandi gives it to Megandar, and Megandar gives it to the whole world. The 12 sutras, original sutras as it is, given by Paramashiva himself. And Irayanar Kalaviyal, that is also one more book, directly given by Paramashiva in Tamil itself. Just these simple truths taught. Your consciousness, the priority, focus on which we spend our resources called time, treasure, talent, infrastructures should be more towards educating the humanity, the fundamental, supernal effulgence, conscious state of the individual. Understand? When you understand the conscious state of you and the supernal effulgence of your consciousness and the way it can be used in your day-to-day life, life can just become heaven. The quality of the life on planet Earth can be increased at least 100 times more. See, the whole energy spent on the field of medical health industry will be drastically reduced because people will become healthy automatically. The whole energy can be focused, used now to increase the longevity. You don't need to be fighting, curing the diseases, inventing the diseases and inventing the cure for the diseases, the same rut, same game. You make virus and then you make software for cleaning up the virus and all that. Instead, the researchers and scientists can focus on longevity. Because, see, once a human being understands and cognizes his existence is consciousness based, all mental disorders become irrelevant. Body starts getting healed drastically. The effect of healing on the system is something extraordinary when you cognize your consciousness. But I think the rulers and controllers of humanity does not want such alive, conscious beings, because the alive, conscious human beings, awakened human beings, are too powerful. They manifest powers. Very difficult to manage them, control them. Maybe the controllers does not want this knowledge to spread. I don't know. I don't know why the humanity is not even focusing 1% or even 0.0001% of its resources on this line. Because it is such a valid, very, very, very practical, living truth, living reality. If you understand your consciousness, the way you eat, the way you dress up, the way you live your day-to-day life, whole thing will have so much of legitimacy, grounding, connection with cosmos. You will feel that this is your place and you have a power over this place, you have a right over your life. So much can happen. So much can happen even in one satsang. Like you sit with a cup of coffee and go on be listening whatever I am saying. So much can happen over a cup of coffee. Now whatever I am talking is absolute truth as it is. When you start thinking your consciousness, you will start building tools, richness, You will even measure whether you are rich or not based on the powers you manifest from consciousness. Not every day you will not calculate your bank balance and come to a conclusion about whether you are rich or not, whether you are safe or not, whether you are secured or not. Every day you will calculate how much power you are able to manifest, how much consciously you are able to live. Based on that, you will come to the conclusion whether you are safe or not, secured or not, you are rich or poor, all this. So this thinking, this kind of a conscious shift in your cognition will make you rich and enlightened maybe within 1 or 2 years. I'm only looking at within 1 or 2 years. 1 billion can be easily enlightened. Just a few country decision makers understand this principle of what I'm talking. That's why KAILASA, Sri KAILASA is trying to unite nations, uniting nations. Sri KAILASA has launched a project, Sri KAILASA Uniting Nations for Superconscious Breakthrough, for making human beings realize the supernal effulgence of their intelligence and consciousness. It's a great job we all have to do. All the Hindus have to do, especially Hindus, because this is the knowledge you have inherited. Still, I am not out of samadhi. I am still. That is why I am speaking very calculatively, that I should not hurt anybody, because otherwise I will blurt out the whole truth. Atheism is the worst crime against humanity, and that denies the existence and existential possibility for all of you. You should not allow atheism. Whichever age atheism was forced upon you, it is like a consciously you are murdered, or consciously you have been made handicapped. You should understand that. More and more, if meditation is encouraged in schools, colleges, in all the education places, not only people will become sweet, peaceful, crime-free, happy, blissful, not only all these good things will happen, they will all get enlightened, awakened, and reach Kailasa whenever they leave the body. And they immediately reach the Kailasa space. Even while they are in the body, they will manifest all the great qualities of Paramashiva and Kailasa. Whatever I am talking, sometimes people feel that it may be irrelevant for day-to-day life, but you understand, this is the only relevant truth need to be told to the whole world. It is more important to you than having your morning breakfast. These truths are more important than your bread and butter. Is that survival need for superconsciousness, survival need for consciousness. After a break, I'll start the meditation process to put all these great truths into your consciousness. So this all just opens up when you leave the body and automatically takes you to Sri Kailasa. Automatically you reach the Kailasa and become enlightened and Kailasavasi. So now, after a bit, we'll start the process, meditation process. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Paramashivoham. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.